Hi, folks. Hello. I'm going to discuss the two shops I did today. I completed 2 batches with InstaCart, and it was a pull of a teeth kind of day. It was tough. But I am here I have receipts out again. I want to show you and discuss that tax exemption and a few other things, because this is all about building up my own business for the future too. So let me do this. Right here, it really was a triple order batch, and one was canceled while I was in the store, but I'll talk about that in a moment. Over here, you see tax exemption. Both of these orders, I scanned one card. That's all I did. So it was tax exemption of $1.38 because the tax was $1.38. But on this receipt, no tax exemption. All I can think of is this was all food. See, this is why I'm completing this, because wow, I get it, because it's all food. So, and it wasn't prepared food, too, I believe. Let me check it. Purdue chicken strips, well, that's prepared food, but it's not deli prepared food. Oh, well, let me move forward. I shopped at Uncle Giuseppe's today. No tax exemption. Sales tax 6 cents, and when I got to the car and I put my bags in the car, there were 2 rubber gloves. I bought Simply Down lined cleaning gloves, but there's tax there. Let me discuss that with you. So, I called up Instacart, and they opened up the card again and told me to go back in and pay for it. I wasn't sure of the procedure, so I learned that. It does happen. I had it on the side. I walked out of the store after bagging everything. It does happen. So that went through. The Stop and Shop, it was supposed to pay 40 and change. It ended up paying $32.96. While I was in the middle of shopping, the customer took back the order. It was canceled. I already had like 8 items. I didn't even get upset today. Today was a bonus day, because I've been saying for a while, it's harder to earn money on the weekends. That's a fact. So anything I had today was a bonus. I put everything back. No face, no mood swing, no nothing. I got right to it. I put all the products back. I was like, well, that was a first. And I even got a wild caught piece of fish from the fish market, and I brought that back too, and I told them what happened, because that's a waste of money on, their end. He cut a special piece, but the customer canceled, and I didn't want to just throw it on the shelf. I want to show respect for the stores that I shop in. So that was weird. And then Uncle Giuseppe's, no tax exemption. So I'm really trying to figure this out. Why some stores, they have it and some they don't. I'm going to pay attention to King Cullen when I shop at a King Cullen with Instacart, because during the week I get King Cullen offers, and I'm hoping tomorrow I get a few. And that seems like a during the week thing for me. I'm going to review the receipt and see if they have a tax exemption on their receipts, because there's no card to scan at King Cullen. It don't work that way over there. Okay, I took some screenshots to help me move this along. This is a picture of a dumpling order from a while ago. But you see here, you see here tax. The customer is being charged the tax. Now, I just wonder if Dumpling does what Instacart is doing too. The customer, my client that I'm shopping for, is getting charged the tax, not Dumpling, right? I'll be looking more into that. And the next time I join in on a training call, that would be a great question, because I really want to understand all angles of my business, because I'm building a small business of my own. To prove it to you, this was 3 orders. It was supposed to be 66 units, and halfway through, one of the customers canceled, and I put everything back properly, and then I continued shopping. It was hard to shop on a Sunday. It wasn't easy at all. Now, this is something I want to discuss. Tips. Now, this was batch earnings. This was from that triple order batch turned into a double order batch. I'm really happy I earned $16 in tips. Well, that wouldn't have been worth my time. I was in the store a long time. Why discuss this with you? Because I was in the store a long time. By the time I put back the products, and she was the one that it was so much communicating, and I was 45 minutes in. I was there for over an hour. And the other 2, they were easy going. A lot of communicating, because by the time I got up to the yogurts and other items they needed, they were very easygoing. They're like, that's good enough, because they didn't have exactly the exact chicken cutlets they wanted, but they were close. They didn't have the yogurts they wanted. They got something else. I actually sent them pictures of the shelves. They were empty. And that was about 2:30 in the afternoon. Sundays are tough, and the staff can't keep up with demand. The shelves were empty. Good thing the other 2 customers were very easygoing. They're like, oh, get this, get that. Good thing. And here's something else I want to discuss. See, that's another 806 batch earnings. Good thing I got a good tip, $8.71. Now, this is one I took yesterday. Batch earnings. This made my day yesterday because I didn't go far. Again, it's harder to earn money on the weekends. And they only pay $10.30. And this was one town away. I shopped at a Stop and Shop, and I drove it down the street from where I live. And the tip was $35.67. And I was in the store maybe 35 minutes. Sometimes that happens. You get really lucky. In the beginning, when I discussed tips with my dumpling business, people were like, you can't do that. You can't demand this. You can't demand that. Well, after working Instacart for a while, what do you think Instacart shoppers rely on? Because many Instacart shoppers won't go into a store for $10 or $12 for a $2 tip, because they're working for tips. They're working for a little bit of pay and good, respectful tips like that. That made my day yesterday, and yesterday was pulling teeth, just like today. I earn better steady income during the week as a shopper and a gig worker. It has changed a lot on the weekends. Either there's too many people out there. Today's Sunday, there's 3 restaurants that the small business restaurants, they're closed on Sundays. They're open the other 6 days of the week, and they get a lot of business. So when you put it all together, there's more people out there trying to earn a few extra bucks on their off time from their regular job. And there are also, it's harder to shop in the stores on a Sunday because it's busier. It's, you're less momentum. You're moving more slow. In my opinion, especially today, a customer gave it back in the middle of me shopping, and I had to put everything back respectfully. It took a lot of time. And in addition to shelves empty, in addition to small restaurants, small business restaurants, not opening up on a Sunday. You put all that together, it's harder to earn money on the weekends. I sucked it up, and I'm very grateful that I got that Stop and Shop, and I also got an Uncle Giuseppe's. Now, the same thing happened to me. What happened the other day, someone approached me again after a few minutes speaking, because I didn't want to talk too much because I was there shopping for a customer. And again, oh, this is something to share with you. I ended up giving my dumpling card, telling them all the apps that I work. With the Uncle Giuseppe customer, the drop-off was on the way back to my home. We weren't communicating. We were in communication. And food is getting very pricey, and they didn't have any broccoli crowns for $3.99 a pound, but they had regular broccoli for $4.99 a bunch, or a prepared package that was almost $10. She didn't get either fresh broccoli. She couldn't believe how expensive it was. Like, our communication, and it wasn't nasty. She was like, oh, thank you for working with me. Thank you for telling me that. Because I took a picture and it said, this is what you're getting for $4.99. She said, skip it. I said, I'll check the freezer department for you. And I ended up getting a couple of bags of broccoli florets, nice size bags, for $2.99 a bag. Also, squash. I believe it was squash, that orange squash. They only had it in a big container prepared, and that was almost $10. She said, skip it, way too much money. Lemons were very green, and this is more of an upscale food store, in my opinion. She only got two, and I found two decent ones. Bananas, she skipped it because they were all green. When you put all of everything together, why getting out in the field, it's harder to earn money when you used to be slam dunking it on a Sunday. And this customer, she got everything else on her list. But there were a few items in the produce department. She said, skip it. And I ended up getting frozen. It's just too much money. Inflation just continues to soar. And our communication, she was so friendly, and I was like, yeah, it's everything. And she said, it's unsustainable at this point. Thank you for being honest with me. Thank you for telling me this. Thank you for sending me the pictures. What am I not going to do it? So that person gave me more. Oh, did I take a picture? I think I did. Oh, I didn't. The person, let me see here. Let me go back here. Hold on. They increased the tip to $32 or something like that. Yeah, I'm not supposed to get $77.40. Let me go here. View my daily earnings. Pending tips, $32. And that was at 4:21. I went to Uncle Giuseppe's. It was supposed to be $12, and they ended up giving me $32 because I was working with them, and I could show you the whole conversation. Hope it didn't show anything here. Nah, it didn't. Like addresses and stuff. They appreciated it so much because it was just ridiculous, the prices. And it's not just that store. I even wrote in the text, this is happening in all the stores. Everything is getting way overinflated with their pricing. And it is, she's right, becoming, unsustainable. Okay, this video is getting long. That's a lot to share, considering I completed 2 batches today, 3 customers. It was exhausting. I'm really grateful they upped that tip from $12 to $32. I'll see you guys soon. I'll be out there. I plan on working every day until I can't work. I have a feeling February and March is going to be a lot of snow days. I don't want to have to rely on, having to work those days. I would rather work before the snow days and be busy and stay home. I just have a feeling. I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.